Hello, kindergarten. Today we're going to be building on our lesson of Kandinsky. We learned about him back in February. So this is what we'll be making. We will be using the Kandinsky circles of repeating lines that are big shouting lines to make flowers. So I'm going to start with my crayon and I'm just going to make a circle right on my paper wherever I want it to go. Nice round circle filled all the way in with one solid color. Then I'm going to take whatever color I want next, and I'm going to make a circle around my circle. But I'm not using quiet whispering lines. I'm using loud shouting lines. And I want my colors to touch each other. In fact, since we're using crayons, I can make my yellow go on top of my pink, and no one will really notice that. Once I do my yellow circle, I'm going to choose a new color to go around my yellow, not on top of, but around. And again, I don't want quiet whispering lines with lots of white space in between. I don't want it to look like that. I want loud shouting lines. Make them nice and thick and loud. Remember, we want lines that say, "Here I am," nice and loud. Okay? And then I think I'm going to do one more circle right around that because I think I want to end with a blue color. Once again, I'm making those loud shouting lines. And then I can make as many more as I want. I could just have one circle, or I could add 2 or 3 more with different colors and different patterns. They do not have to be the same. In fact, they can be different sizes. One can be a little small one, and another one could be a really big one. It's really up to you how you want to do it. You can have them up high or down low. Just make sure that they're loud shouting lines and all of the circle colors are touching each other. Those are the big things you want to remember as you make these circles. Remember that that's kind of how Kandinsky did them. Okay, now that we've made a few, remember you can have as many as you want. I'm going to turn these circles into flowers. You can use a marker, or you could use a black crayon, or you could use a crayon you never used before. I didn't use purple, so maybe I'm going to do that. And I'm just going to add petals around this by using rainbow lines. Just like that. I'm going to leave them as empty lines though, so they don't get too confusing and we can really see those centers pop out of our picture. And maybe this one I'm going to use zigzag lines, big V's instead, just to make the flower look a little bit different. And then on my last one, I think that one I'm going to do 2 rows of petals, because I can do whatever I want with this. This is my art. Oops, I made a mistake. Is that okay to make mistakes in art? Yep, I could even turn it into not a mistake by making it look like I wanted them to overlap like that. Okay. Next, we need to add the stems and the leaves, and because it's art, I don't have to use green. I can use green if I want to, but if I don't want to, I don't have to. And I'm going to make my stem, and just like people don't have sticks for legs, stems are not sticks either. They are really skinny rectangles. Now to make a leaf, you actually use a sad face, and then a happy face. A sad face, and then a happy face. If you want to add some texture, you can use lines to make the texture. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. Uh-oh, my flowers are floating on my paper. I have to fix that. I need to make it so my flowers, oopsie, I didn't do a happy face. So I'm just going to fix that, turn my mistake into not a mistake. Sad face, happy face, sad face, happy face. But the thing I need to do to keep my flowers from floating on my paper is to add my horizon line. The horizon line separates the ground from the sky. So I can use whatever color I want to this time also, and draw the floor or the ground. Notice that my flowers are overlapping my horizon line. It looks like my horizon line is behind my flowers. And if I really want to do a great job on my art, I would color in my background also, just to make my flowers really pop. Now, when I do the sky, it is important that I do the whole sky. A lot of times we make the sky and we draw it at the top and we stop there. But actually, the sky touches the ground. So all that blue has to go all the way down to the horizon line. I don't have to color it in perfectly, just enough to give the idea that the sky is behind the flowers. See what a difference that makes? Okay, that is our Kandinsky flower art today.